animation has taken over the internet with channels like Zack Films, HisStory, and many more getting billions of views every single month. And so today I figured it'd be fun to get myself in these YouTube animation videos by trying to convince these YouTubers to put me in them and to see ultimately if anybody notices. Oh yeah, and the catch is they can do whatever they want with my avatar. They have free reign, so we're gonna have a lot of fun reacting to these videos that I hopefully get in, so let's go ahead and do this. So I'm no stranger to Zack Films. I think at this point I've made 4 different videos testing out his various life hacks that he shows in his videos, and so I figured it'd be fun to try to sneak into one of his animations. So what better person to reach out to for this than Zack Films himself? And so I reached out to the man himself and I said, hey man, I'm putting out a video about sneaking into YouTube animations and wanted to obviously hit you up to see if this is possible. So I asked, is there a way that one of the characters in an upcoming short can be skinned to have on a backwards green hat and a black t-shirt to somewhat resemble me? It can be any video that's going out. Let's just see if you can do it. And I waited a full 24 hours, but unfortunately no response. And so I thought that we had to scrap this segment and I wasn't able to get into a Zack Films video until the 25th hour came around and he answered me. And he said, love the idea, ha. So obviously he thinks it's pretty funny, so we are good to go. And so I went ahead and emailed his animation director and this is what I sent him. So animation is really cool because the animators need to have basically a reference photo to go off of. And so I sent them 360-degree photos of my entire face and they could basically model it after me. And so I waited patiently and lo and behold, after just a couple of days, this is what the animation team came up with. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good. Like, take a look at this, green hat and everything, like indistinguishable from one of my thumbnails. I guess he looks a little old, that's the thing. Like, he kinda has like gray hair emerging from the side. My fade isn't that deep. It looks like I have a buzz cut and stuff, but generally speaking, I like that he gave me a little bit of muscle. Shout out to Zack, thank you for that. And I don't wear jeans either. I'm pretty sure I don't own a single pair of jeans, and I don't know what this little dot is either. Maybe I have like constantly stains on my shirt, but nonetheless, it looks like we're ready to go. And so I coordinated back and forth with Zack and his team, and then after about 2.5 weeks, the video went out. So I'm excited to watch it because I haven't given it an actual watch yet. So this is the first time I'm seeing this, and so I want to see the reaction from everybody to see whether or not they notice that it's me, and just what the video is in the first place. I mean, maybe I'll even test the life hack that Zack Films, or me, I guess, is doing. Okay, here's the video. It's how to perfectly join boards on a corner. I already see my arm, little cameo in the thumbnail there, but let's watch this. I'm excited to see the comments after too, because it looks like there's a lot of comments on this video, so hopefully people haven't noticed. Is there no sound on this video? Wait. What? What am I watching? Where's the classic Zack Films? Take 2 boards and join them at the corner. Like, how come I'm not hearing that? And where am I? Is it literally just a cameo of my hands? What are we doing, Zack? I'm on an ASMR video? Are you kidding me? Where am I? Oh, there I am! It's like in that SpongeBob employee video where he's like in the very back at the end with his hand up. I literally appear, it looks like, for a single frame. Otherwise, it's a completely silent video. Oh, I thought for sure that there was gonna be much more screen time. I mean, there I am, so I guess I am in a Zack Films video, but a very minor part. You have to wait till the end. So let's go ahead and see what people said about this. I'm not too happy about this, though. I feel like I should be in the video a little bit more. Okay, looks like nobody's really catching on. Oh, okay, never mind. Second top comment. Pretty cool, right? Sambucha in almost every short. That doesn't really look like, look at me, take a look at me. Do you like what you see? Does this make you happy? I don't know if I look like that guy. I snuck into 3D animations and nobody realized. Sambucha is insane. The silence hits hard. Also, Sambucha be doing side quests. All right, I'm not sure if I'm able to sneak through at this point because literally all the top comments have already acknowledged that it's me, despite the fact, I mean, we saw. It is just my hand for 95% of the video. You know what? I feel like this needs a voiceover. It feels very dirty watching a Zack Films video without a voiceover. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this an actual proper voiceover because otherwise it just doesn't feel right. Okay, so if I'm making a Zack Films video, he always starts with like, if you wanna do this, something you should consider is this. That's kind of like his cadence. So what can I say for this? All right, let me go ahead and workshop this a little bit and then let you know what I come up with. Okay, here we go. I think I have it. So we're gonna play the video and then I'm gonna do a voiceover and we're gonna see if it lines up nicely. If you put baseboards around a corner, you might think the boards would line up, but at 90 degrees, their ends leave an open gap. Set a ruler across the top and draw a straight line through the corner. Then trace that mark down the side and saw through the wood. Now the ends match at 45 degrees, giving you a corner where their seam completely disappears. That was not bad. Not gonna lie, that was not bad. Honestly, petition for him to re-upload that with that voiceover. I think that would be the perfect touch. Heck, I might even just re-upload that on another channel. But nonetheless, it looks like I didn't get to sneak through on this one, at least on YouTube. Let me go ahead and check Instagram and TikTok as well to see what's going on there. 0% speaking, 100% understanding. It does not look like anybody found me. Okay, as soon as I say that. What does Sambucha doing, dog? Oh, never mind. As we scroll down, it looks like more and more people are catching on to this. Okay, well, it looks like I was unable to sneak through on Instagram as well. How about TikTok? Now, I have to say, I got relentlessly tagged in this video upon checking, so it did not fare too well for me. So unfortunately, I failed this first sneaking into animations because literally for just a single cameo, I was called out thousands of times. But nonetheless, I feel like it's time to test this life hack that I'm cameoed in to see whether or not it actually works. So let me go ahead and get 2 pieces of wood and see if we could join them together using my tactic. So while I was able to get into that Zack D Films video, I would be a hypocrite if I couldn't actually do the thing that I said in the video or showed in the video because there was no sound on that, which was crazy. So let's go ahead and try out this life hack that I performed on there to see whether or not it actually works. So you're gonna line up 2 pieces of wood like so, basically just so you have them touching right at the corner, whichever corner you're trying to build around. Then you're going to draw a line right there. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, great. Now that we have these 2, you're gonna follow down with this guideline here. And then we're just going to basically cut exactly down, and then we're gonna form a perfect congruent piece. All right, now let's get cutting.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, and here we have it. So went ahead and sawed off those parts, and so we're left with this. And now, when you go to the corner, you're gonna have a perfectly flush edge that you can then glue together, nail together, whatever it is, and then you have a perfect corner. And you would only know that if you watched the video that I was secretly in. So shout out to Zach for putting me in that one. But guess what? I have another surprise for you guys. It has nothing to do with the wood. Because that is not the only video that Zack D Films put me in. In fact, there is a much crazier one that I'm in where I'm doing much more than just cutting wood. And your mind's gonna be blown. Okay, a little bit of clarification for step 2 now. I am going to appear in another Zack D Films video, but this time I am going to be the main character in it. So I was just a side character before, but Zach has ensured me that I will be appearing in a different video as the main guy. So I'm feeling great about this one. I think it's gonna be my same avatar, but let's go ahead and have a watch. All right, here it is. How to remove a broken screw. And there I am, front and center. Oh my gosh, it looks like me. That actually looks like me. All right, let's give it a watch. No way we got another ASMR video. 2 ASMR videos? I thought it was gonna be 1. Why is Zach like trialing the ASMR videos on my cameoed videos? All right, let me watch this. Is that my grunt? Do I sound like that? Ah. Okay, so what am I even teaching us? How to remove a broken screw. Okay, so you like pour some zinc on it, harden it. There I am, look at that. Look at that cameo right there. Surely nobody's gonna notice this one. They're gonna be too focused on removing the broken screw. Do I make those grunts? I mean, you guys watch me, so you know. Is that like in my repertoire? Do I say that stuff a lot? Okay, hopefully nobody noticed. Let's give it a check. All right. Looks like somebody noticed. Looks like multiple people noticed. And people are noticing that I appeared in other Zack D Films videos. All right, well, unfortunately, it looks like I did not sneak in here, but it is very cool that I was able to appear in a second Zack D Films video. Who else can say that? I know he had that one video with like Logan Paul and Prime, which was pretty cool to get a Logan Paul cameo, but I am officially the only person that has 2 Zack D Films cameos. Not even cameos, I am the main character in this video. Zach's not even in this video, his narration's not there. Which reminds me, let me do narration for this. Just to finish it off so you guys could see what this video should look like with some narration. If you're trying to remove a bolt and the head breaks, you might try to use pliers, but soon realize that you don't have enough grip to make it budge. Instead, place the round box end of your wrench over the bolt and grab your crucible of molten metal. Pour enough of the metal so it fills up the space where the bolt head once was. As the liquid metal hardens, it grabs onto every part of the exposed bolt, giving you a new, stronger head to easily screw it off. Zach, listen, you already put me in your videos. If you're ever sick and you need somebody to narrate, hit me up, I got you. All right, so it was cool being in a Zack D Films video. Shout out to Zach again, and shout out to his animation team. They were super cool to work with. They were super fun, and we were able to execute 2 videos, and you guys did seem to notice, though not everybody across Instagram and TikTok at least, which is cool. But now it's time to move on to another YouTuber's animation, and we're gonna see if I can get away with this one. Except this one's gonna be a little bit more obvious. And so instead, I wanna see if people actually believe that I was collaborating on this absolutely crazy video that we're gonna create. And for this animation YouTuber, we're going to be dealing with his and her story. Honestly though, big shout outs to HisStory and HerStory. Their team is fantastic. They're so organized and their teamwork is impeccable. I feel like when you have a team, it's necessary to find an easy way for your team to work together. And that's where Superhuman comes in. Now, Superhuman's AI chat and Superhuman docs from the makers of Grammarly work together to take you from AI-assisted writing to a fully built team-ready workspace. Superhuman is your AI partner that works inside of the apps and websites that you already use, proactively improving your writing and handling admin tasks. SuperDocs helps to turn your ideas into structured collaborative workspaces your whole team can jump right into. Let me show you. So to access Superhuman's AI chat, you're gonna toggle it on in your Grammarly browser extension and then click right on this icon on the side of your screen. Then when it's open, you can do things like this. So what it's able to do is read my current browser and then give suggestions on how to tackle things to align with my workflow. So I, for example, have a ton of videos coming out that I need to make sense of. And so what it's able to do is read my current browser and then give suggestions on how to tackle things to align with my workflow. And what I love is that it shows up wherever I need it, so it's much more convenient than opening up a different tool. And then with SuperDocs, you're going to open it directly in your browser and then just open it like a Google Doc. And then you can literally ask the Docs AI to build full-on tables from scratch to help keep things organized. So in my case, if I wanted to make a project tracker for a new video, I'd write something like this, and then bam. I now have an entire table that I can share with the team. So no hunting for the perfect template, no manual setup, and now my team can just jump in and start working on it with me right away. Pretty cool. So try Superhuman's AI chats and docs from the makers of Grammarly today. All right, let's keep this moving. So I give HisStory full creative freedom. I didn't care what he did with my likeness and what story he decided to tell. So let's go ahead and see what he did. This is my first time reacting to it, so hopefully it's not bad. But his evil clone took my dog does not sound too good.
My dog Bruno accidentally placed his paws on my mouse and logged me onto a sketchy website I'd never seen.
I guess my dog's in this.
Away, worried about viruses, but then I got an email that made me stop. You win a full tour of the most advanced science lab in the country. The center is a verified check, so I trusted it and arrived at the lab next morning. My heart pounded, still unsure if this was some.
Oh, maybe I'm not actually in it.
I pulled the lab doors open. A scientist was frantically slamming.
There I am. Look at me. Okay, so compare him to the Zack Films one. I mean, this one's obvious. I'm hardly like sneaking into the animation here, but that's pretty cool. I am definitely a main character in this video. I'm even name dropped.
Buttons on a giant tank. Hey, I'm here for the tour. He instantly spun around. Oh, this is actually good. You're gonna help me, kid. He pointed at the empty tank. The AI clone I made of myself escaped.
I made a clone of myself?
We need to find him. I backed away thinking he was crazy.
I would never actually do that.
Manifested itself inside the tank. I see everything, Sambucha, including that kid with you. Come to the warehouse with a hard drive of your memories, or else. A picture of my dog Bruno locked in a warehouse was right there.
How elaborate is this story? I thought it was gonna be something like super basic. I thought it was gonna be like a 30-second video. How long are the shorts? I didn't know you could make a short 2.5 minutes.
Stomach turned as I realized this was real. An evil AI robot had kidnapped my dog. I went to call police, but Sambucha replaced the phone in my hands with a laser gun. Then he strapped us to a drone before I could protest. My hands trembled on the laser's trigger as I—
HisStory, do you think I'm Mark Rober level like advanced tech? I don't do anything with tech. I am not a tech creator. I guess he's positioning me as like an Iron Man. It's like some robotics professor who's giving tours to children and stealing their dogs and cloning myself. Okay, I'm kind of pulled into this though. Hopefully I have a happy ending though.
Accidentally cut a table in two, but he laughed. Don't worry, kid. He won't hurt your dog. We took off before I could say I was scared of heights, and though I wanted to scream, I closed my eyes.
Where's this going?
I was doing this for Bruno, but then the drone spluttered. Sambucha yelled, "Crap! AI me is interrupting the signal," and we started crashing. We slammed into the bushes. I got up holding my head in pain, but then Sambucha smiled. We're at the warehouse. We crept inside, and my legs
Hold on, did that say warehouse number 67?
Inside, and my legs instantly went numb. Bruno was locked in a cage and Me and
wait!
Sambucha began sprinting towards him, but that's when
What did he do to my dog? And why is evil me like grinning with a weird smile?
This was some sci-fi I only saw in movies.
Hold on. But
Sambucha,
Bruno better be okay.
Wait, he turned to his clone in tears. You're me. Why are you doing this? The clone smirked. I'm not you, Sambucha. I'm Bamsucha, and I'm going to destroy
Bamsucha?
Bamsucha.
What did you do to my dog? I'm about to go John Wick.
Sambucha, or else. I saw him pulling something from his pocket and knew I had to act. I raised my laser gun towards a rack of gorilla couches right above Bamsucha.
Why is there gorilla couches in the warehouse?
The red laser burned through the chain, and a gorilla couch started tumbling down. Bamsucha Sambucha looked up just in time to see a 600-pound gorilla couch falling on him. The couch crashed, and I immediately...
I'm kind of conflicted how I feel about that.
Open. I pressed my ear against Bruno's chest and breathed. He's just asleep. I carried him to the gorilla couch, where Bamsucha's head was sticking out from the bottom. Sambucha kicked Bamsucha's head. Another failed AI test.
I don't know what I just watched. That might have been the most chaotic video that I've ever watched in my life. 2.5 videos, HisStory rescues my dog that he owns in the story that an evil version of me stole from him. Make it make sense. I mean, it's a bit confusing. I wonder if people know that I was collabing with HisStory on this, or if they think that I was just used in the video. Let's see. Holy Sambucha collab. Okay, well that solves that. Sambucha doing side quests. I feel like I can't do a single thing because people will then like immediately realize. Collab never expected. They even got the gorilla couch. Sambucha's probably paying YouTubers to feature him in videos. Why is the assumption that I'm paying YouTubers? Can't it just be a little friend this, friend that? You know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. I do you a favor, you do me a favor. I have to say that was quite interesting though. So that was a pretty good story to be put on. I'm still shocked at that whole story because I had no idea where that was going at any given point, but I'm glad I watched it. Now, you can't have a collaboration with a YouTube animator named HisStory without also collabing with a YouTube animator named HerStory. And so I also got into a HerStory video, and I have to tell you, this was probably the most controversial video I've ever been in, so I'm going to play it for you guys. No joke, I was tagged in this video with people asking me if this thing you're about to watch is real 200,000 times across platforms. So here's the video right here. I mean, on TikTok alone, I think it has like 15 million views, so it has 75,000 bookmarks and 21,000 shares. Then YouTube, Instagram, everything else. Like, you guys freaked out about this video, so I'm very excited to watch it because I want to know what happens in this video that caused such a large outcry. Did I kill somebody? Like, what did I do in this video to make it that bad? Let's see. Because by the title, it looks like I just took over a house with a gorilla couch again, so it can't be that bad.
I hauled my brand new gorilla couch into my living room and walked upstairs to grab cushions for it. But when I came back down, my eyes widened in horror. The YouTuber Sambucha was suddenly on my gorilla couch. His arms...
No wonder people are annoyed. Why am I in her house? That's so creepy. And also, that doesn't even look like me. My eyebrows are not that big. Take a look. I also can't do that with my mouth. Okay, I guess I could. My hair doesn't look like that. My eyebrows don't look like that. So that's not me. So right now, I am just going to plead the fifth and say that this is not me, whatever you see in this video.
Resting above his head like he owned it. I dropped the cushions in shock and went to ask what he was doing here, but he sat up before.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Neighbor, and by the way, you should really close your back door. He pointed at the cracked open back door, then
why are you making me a creep?
Also, this is a fire couch. I'm gonna use it if that's cool. My doorbell rang before I could tell him no, and Sambucha's face instantly lit up. They're here. He shot up and ran past me to open my own door, and I gripped my head in disbelief. An entire crew instantly started flooding into my apartment, carrying a white table, a microphone, a PC, and a monitor. An entire recording setup. So
I forced entry into HerStory's house, and then I am recruiting my own team to set up presumably something for me in her room.
Screamed, "What is going on?" But Sambucha calmly replied, "My new house isn't big enough for a recording studio, so I'm gonna use yours," while directing where to place all his equipment.
I would never do this, by the way.
And I tried to step in their way, but Sambucha slapped my hand away. The gorilla...
Hey, whoa, hey, Bamsucha, because that is not Sambucha. We don't play with that. I love women. If you're a woman, happy Women's Day to you. Happy International Women's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I love moms. You guys are beautiful. You guys do the hardest job in the world. If you're a girl, if you're a woman, if you're a granny, I love you all, the entire gradient. Shout out to women. All right, with that said, let's see what I do to HerStory, though.
Needs to be the centerpiece. He ordered his crew to move it, and when they did, they dropped it so hard, I heard my floorboards crack under it. Then they shuffled out.
Breaking floors.
Disbelief, because one of my favorite YouTubers had set up a recording studio in my living room without my consent. I told Sambucha to get out, but he completely ignored me and sat in his chair.
Why am I the worst person ever?
He slapped it on the table, but I immediately shoved it back and grabbed his mic. I said, "Get out." That's when Sambucha got up. He pushed me to the ground, and my head hit the edge of the gorilla couch as he stood over me and crossed his arms. I almost fought Jonah Hill. Don't think I won't fight you. He put on a bucket hat before I could react and sat back in the chair. He clicked.
Okay, a lot of stuff just happened, but I just want to point out that is not a bucket hat, okay? This is called a 5-point hat. That is not a bucket hat is like, okay, I digress.
Record and began talking into the microphone. "Hey guys, so today we're testing if we can turn our neighbor's house into a recording studio." That's when I snapped.
Oh, so it's for a video.
Off the gorilla couch.
No, don't do that. Okay, see? This is where things are probably gonna turn for the worse because she's breaking the gorilla couch, and the #1 rule of this basement is that you don't mess with the gorilla couch. Everybody knows that. I've never done it before. You heard that? Anyways.
My face red in anger. Sambucha laughed into the microphone. As you see, guys, our neighbor is pretty angry, but he couldn't even finish his sentence before I yanked him out of his chair. I picked him up over my head and violently stuffed Sambucha into the gorilla couch. Sambucha was still screaming, no, as I slammed the cushions back on.
Wait, are you... What are you doing to me?
But I grinned and...
Are you suffocating me in my own gorilla couch?
You know, Sam, you're exactly the type of guy to get stuffed inside a gorilla couch. He kept punching and screaming, but I just put my arms above my head, then yanked out his monitor cable and watched the DVD logo bounce until it hit the top corner. We're gonna be here a while, Sam.
Okay, happy ending for her story, really bad ending for me. Mind you, I just wanted to be in the video. I did not expect it for it to be this intense, and now there's a story out there of me penetrating the home of her story, coming in, guns blazing, setting up an entire studio so I could record a social experiment. I would never do these things. However, I did these things in the video, and so I think it's pretty hilarious. So let's go ahead and see if people think that it's even me behind this. What happened to Sambucha? I guess that was Sambucha. Sambucha needs to react to this. Well, there you go. And I see why you guys freaked out about this. But just know this is not a true story, whatever you think. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. But mega shout outs to HisStory and HerStory again. Really cool animation team over there. And I may be doing something with them in the future, so stay tuned. But with that said, let's get into another YouTuber's animation video. So the next YouTuber whose animation we're going to be sneaking into is Jman Curly. If you've never heard of Jman, he's one of the most popular gorilla tag YouTubers slash VR YouTubers on the entire platform. He's recently made a lot of animation videos like this, so he's technically one of the largest animation YouTubers out there. So I reached out to Jman and they were super down to have me featured in a video, and I even did some voice recording for this one as well. So let me show you what that looked like. Okay, so the premise of this is that I am jumping out and I'm scaring Jman, and I say, Jman. This is what the behind the scenes of animation looks like. Jman, 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 Jman. Have to give it a lot of different cadences. You don't know what's going to be used. And then I had one more line. Everyone unsubscribe right now. That was the line I said. You shouldn't actually unsubscribe. If anything, you guys should subscribe right now. I think every time I say subscribe, the subscribe button lights up. So if you see that right there, might as well click it. If you're on the TV right now as well, just go ahead and navigate to the subscribe button right there and click it. Awesome. Back to the video. And then lastly, I just had to give an oof sound like I just got punched or something, because I think I'm going to get punched in the video. So there you have it. So let's go ahead and watch the final product now, and let's see what people say. Okay, so the video is titled Jump Scare.
There's a YouTuber hiding in this video.
You heard the lines. Everyone unsubscribe right now.
Not in my video. There's a YouTuber hiding.
Wait, that was so quick. Hold on. Let's just frame by frame break down what we just witnessed. So this is Jman right here, and he's alluding to a YouTuber hiding in the video. And there I am. Everyone unsubscribe right now. Okay, so it looks like he went the route with the instead of the oof. He didn't like the Roblox oof. Let's see what people say. Most random collab, Sambucha. How is that even a comment, Mr. Pickles VR? You just say my name, and then that becomes like the top comment. Sambucha be completing side quests. Okay, well, you're right. This is quite the side quest, but it's also for a main channel video. So it's a main quest in a sense. A side quest would be if it's on a second channel, which I technically have, called Sambucha, which I don't really post on. So therefore, everything is a main quest. If you see it, it's coming from Sambucha. It's a main thing. But nonetheless, it's pretty cool to be featured in a Jman animation. So shout out to Jman and his team. They're dope. Check them out. But since everybody's noticing me, I figured I'd go to the lowest depths of YouTube to hide myself so that nobody could actually figure out that it's me. And what better place to do so than AI slop? Now, I'm no stranger to crappy AI YouTube channels. In fact, I test crappy AI life hacks all the time. And so what I wanted to do is create my own AI life hacks account in which I create these AI avatars that look like me kind of, that say to do these different life hacks. Okay, so here's the channel I decided to make. It's called Ocubmus Hacks. Ocubmus, of course, is backwards for Sambucha. And actually at the time of this recording, we have 2 subscribers, which is great. And it's been a couple of weeks since these videos have been posted, and it does have around 2,000 total views. So I want to see whether or not people actually notice that it was me. Now, a common theme across these videos is that they somehow involve me. So this is gonna be my first time actually watching these. And so I wanna kind of decipher how it's me, like what about the video is me. Some will be more obvious than others, but let's go ahead and watch this first one. Basketball hacks they don't want you to know. And we'll see if anybody noticed it was me as well.
Keep missing your shots? Those rims are undersized and oval. Flat shots bounce right out. Go.
Okay, I think this is a reference to me always missing my basketball shots whenever I shoot basketball shots at the carnival. Michael put this together, so I guess this is an ultra troll. And I also have my green backwards hat. Let's see what else.
Straight over the front rim.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty sound advice. You're missing your shot, just give it a high arc. We know that to be true. I think I even said that in one of my shorts. Now let's check the comments on this one. No comments. So 6 views, no comments. It looks like not a single person realized this was me, or 6 people. Another video with 6 views is move heavy things using this method. And of course we have my red target ball with my green backwards hat. So the association should be there. So let's watch this and see if anybody commented.
500-pound ball crushing your foot? Pushing does nothing. Rock me side to side, build the momentum, and waddle me right off.
Okay, first off, that life hack is not true, and I'll prove it to you right now. This red target ball is immovable. It is 600 pounds of pure concrete. You can't move it no matter what. You can get Brian Shaw, the world's strongest man, to show up to this house. In fact, he's invited. Him, Eddie Hall, The Mountain, anybody. Any fitness influencer, you could come here and try to move this. It's like Thor's hammer. I don't care if you rock it, you can do whatever. You can't pick this up, and you certainly can't move it across the room. This is me, somebody who works out, trying to move it. I was actually able to shimmy it a little bit, but just in case anybody ever says like, why don't you move it? I can't move it. I need multiple people to help me move it. A single human without like a dolly can't move that. And with that said, it looks like 0 people commented on this. Next video, don't toast bread until you see this.
Cycle first. Hot slots mean even browning, so run me once before the
I like how the
bread goes
toaster has stubble as well.
Pretty
This
cool,
is
right?
so crappy looking. All right, great. I mean, that's good to know. Okay, nobody commented on that as well. But now we're getting to the crazy view territory, so I think we finally will be caught. Gum on your couch, try this. 78 views.
Sugar sets it. Grab unsweetened
Okay.
iced tea, soak me 30
It's
seconds,
iced tea
the
being
tannins break
poured
the
on a
bond,
green
then
hat
grab
on a
bread.
gorilla couch with a life hack that I've tested in the past. So this is very clearly me, but 0 comments. So I guess this is a good thing, but nobody has noticed me yet. And then last but not least, we have lower stress with this ice trick, and we have Amish Sambucha here, seemingly. 1.3K views. So I think this is where we'll see whether or not people realize it's me.
My grandfather taught me this. Pinch one ice
Kinda
cube,
looks like me.
3
It's a good
minutes.
job, Michael.
It quiets the cortisol and it clears the ligma right out of you. My grandfather taught
All
me
right,
this.
very cool. And actually 7 likes on this. Brand new account, AI Life Hacks. And I like how it even gives, that's cool, a little AI warning now that it was made with AI. But unfortunately, no comments, which does technically mean that Ocubmus Hacks did sneak through, and we technically completed the goal of this video, which is to sneak by without anybody noticing. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a new account, right? We didn't expect people to see it, but nobody saw it. And those who did see it didn't notice. Therefore, I snuck into a YouTube animation. I'm counting that as a win, but honestly, this was super fun to get into these various YouTubers animations. It's a really cool process as well, so highly suggest checking all these YouTubers out. They do a great job. Shout out to the animations team as well. They're absolutely goated. But that'll be it from me, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more content, be sure to click here or click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.